Well, hey there, guys. Hi, it's Leslie from LuvINK&Paper. How are you on this Monday evening? Hope you're good. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. Had a good day at school and got home, got some things organized. Good day. Good day. So, anyway, but we did have a little bit of a funny thing. I don't know if some of you may have seen the pictures I posted over the weekend. We're really making some nice headway on the upstairs projects and things, which is great. But we did have a funny little thing. While I was cleaning and scraping and some stuff in the hallway upstairs, I had put one of Richard's old t-shirts into one of the heating vents. Now, I hadn't done it in some of the other rooms, and I had also, when they came, I neglected to bring the little grate and put it next to the heating vent. The guys ended up carpeting right over the top of it. So they're coming to find the hole and fix that. It just was pretty funny. I can see why they could have been confused, but also I was right downstairs. They could have come down and asked me about it, and they didn't. So this host code, I am going to close out after Wednesday's class. Okay, so this one I will have a new one. Also, there will not be a live on Wednesday because I will be at the studio doing our very first live in studio class for since last year. It's been a little over a year, actually, since my last class in the studio was March 17th of last year. So kind of crazy and stuff, but it's exciting. I have some people that feel comfortable and are planning to come. There is still a little bit of space. If you let me know tonight that you want to come, I can cut cardstock and have it ready for you. I will still be doing the videos and the written tutorials so that people who come to class and see and do their stamping and so forth will have a reference to put them together at home. Because I'm going to encourage, because people only have an hour and a half, I'm going to encourage them to do all of their stamping and that sort of thing while they're at the studio, and then take their pieces home and assemble them at home. So anyway, so this host code I am going to close out after Wednesday. So next Monday's live, I will have a new host code for you. And if you want to order between now and next Monday, let me know, because I will start a new one before I actually close this one out. I can go and do that. So anyway, so now I bet you're ready for that sneak peek, aren't you? Yeah, I am very excited about some of the things that I got. Okay, so here we're going to start though with something that is carrying over, but I'm pretty sure, let me just check. I can check because I have this beautiful publication right here, and I already have the beginnings of my wish list. Yep, so let me just see in the back where there are bundles and things. Let me just see if these ones are carrying over as a bundle. I don't believe they are, but let's just check. So the Butterfly Brilliance will be that, but that's a, the Seaside Shells are. Let me just see if I go back one more page. Nope. I believe that the two that I have in my lap are not going to be bundles. But let me just double check. I do not see them here. So what that leads me to believe is that even though the In Bloom and the Pierced Bloom dies will be carrying over, they won't be carrying over as a bundle where you save the 10%. These dies are really cool because these little beaded parts make like little piercings. They give a lot of nice depth and stuff to some of these images. Now these are shown a little bit smaller. Nope. Some of these have, like you can see, this one would cut this. Okay. So some of them are cutting images in here, and some of them are just extra images, which are really awesome. Okay, so if you are somebody that really wants to save that 10%, I would get these now. Okay, all right, so that's one set. So those are, you know, new to me, and they've been in the January to June catalog. This is another set, the art gallery set, that I got because the two pieces are carrying over, but they aren't carrying over as a bundle. Okay, so again, if you want to save that 10% and you think you are going to need both of these things, I would go ahead and order them now. All right, now for the really new stuff. So this great stamp set, Inspired Thoughts, I love this font. It's one that, or I use something very similar to this a lot when I'm typing things and stuff. I love this sort of casual but easy to read, just short of script kind of font. I really like it a lot, and I love that we've got a Christmas greeting, we've got a sympathy greeting, we've got just a hello, just so many. It's a great all around. So if you had this and a couple of image sets, you would be ready to roll. Okay, so this is a great one. I'm excited about Inspired Thoughts. All right, so then I have Color and Contour, and these are the dies. The Scalloped Contours dies. Aren't those great? I'm going to try and get some of those shapes cut out so you can see what they look like. I've seen a lot of people doing their in-color samples with these images. So it's a two-step, so it's photopolymer. Oops. Oh, and you can now see how these are going to come, which is a good thing. All right, so they put the artwork on the outside, and they've put the artwork on the inside, and now these pieces of acetate are no longer printed. It's easier. It's an easier process for them to print it on the paper, on the liner. So then you can just take and put your stamps right in there. Okay, so I will probably do this with all of them. I just won't do it right this second because you probably do not want to sit and watch me do this for my whole stamp set. But it will make it easy to find, and these won't be rattling around and they won't get bent in the corners. It's going to be much better. So yippee skippy. All right, so that's color and contour, and that will be a bundle in the new catalog. All right, so as sad as I was when Lovely as a Tree retired, I went, okay, we have winter woods. We have rooted in nature. I'm okay with this. Both of those are retiring. My winter woods with those beautiful wintry trees. So this one, I loved this image. Retiring. Very sad. So what they brought us to have instead is this Beauty of Friendship. Okay. And so we do have the tree, the bare tree. We've got it. A little bit different format. Okay. And some really fun tops. So, you could do one color this way and then another color. So I've got to play with those to see which way you would go. You might want to do, I'm guessing you would want to do this one in your lighter color and this one in a darker color. So if you're going to do fall leaves, you might want to do like Daffodil Delight or Pumpkin Pie or something like that, and then do this in Cajun Craze or something like that, and change up the two colors on the tree. The dies do cut some of these things. This is a separate tree, and you get some great tops. And then you have a smaller tree with a smaller top. You even have some birds. But I'm reasonably sure this tree die cuts out this tree. I haven't tested that theory because I just put the dies on the magnets this afternoon. Okay, so do remember that this is something I do to store my dies. It is not the way they come. Okay, they do not come on this magnetic stuff. But if anybody needs some, let me know, because Richard bought a roll that should keep me in magnetic stuff for a very long time. All right, so let's do a quick introduction to the new in colors. We have this pretty light green called Soft Succulent. Okay, now let me show you a couple of things. So here's Soft Succulent. All right, and this is Just Jade. Okay, and this is Mint Macaron. When I saw that, I went, oh, that's kind of like Mint Macaron. And then I held Mint Macaron up to it and I went, oh, no, it's not. This actually reminds me a little bit, for those of you who have been around a while, nearly as long as me, perhaps, you might remember I think we had a Sage Shadow. I think that was the name of it. Something Sage. I think it was Sage Shadow. It was in the Subtles when I first joined, and that reminds me very much of that color. But you can see that it makes Mint Macaron look very bright, very green, very bright green. And there's the Just Jade. Okay, so different enough, I think, that it's a great color. All right, so then I've put little papers on them to show you what I want to compare them to. So this is called Pale Papaya. For those of you, who remember a long time ago, Apricot Appeal. Yes, I know, and I've kind of missed that. So here's Pale Papaya next to So Saffron. Okay, so this one is So Saffron. Here is Daffodil. Okay, so I went with yellows. And I went, well, papaya isn't really a yellow. It's more of that peachy color. So let me pull in some mango. So I brought in Mango Melody. Yeah, I think this is probably going, I don't have any more of the, we had an in color a while back, something cantaloupe. And, but yeah, I think this is going to make a nice contributor to our color groupings. Okay, so we have that. Let's see, what else do we have over here? What's next? Ooh, fresh freesia. I need to look up freesia because I actually don't know what, like, I think it's a flower, but I don't know what it looks like. So here we go. So here is fresh freesia in the ink pad and the cardstock. And here is the only purple that's current that I could compare it to, which is the Highland Heather. So you can see it has a much more sort of organdy base to it. Okay, a pinky kind of base to it. Now, I did pull in a sheet of, and I didn't even bother to trim it down, of the Purple Posy, which is the one that's going out. Okay, so that was a much lighter color than the Fresh Freesia. So again, I think I'm really gonna, I don't think it's gonna take long for me to fall in love with these. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, this one is fun. This is called Polished Pink. Okay, so here's our Polished Pink cardstock. Okay. And I brought in to compare it to, kind of wish we were on a Zoom so that you guys could say what you would compare it to. You could throw it in the comments of any of the colors. What would you have, oh, excuse me, sorry, I've got the hiccups. What would you have chosen to compare them to? So Polished Pink, I brought in the Magenta Madness, so another in color that's still current, okay, and Flirty Flamingo. Almost makes Flirty Flamingo look a little corally because that's so pink. That's a serious, like I used to think of this as Pepto-Bismol pink. Nope. This takes the cake. That's a Pepto-Bismol pink for sure. Maybe even a little darker than Pepto-Bismol, but that's okay. Anyway, I think it's going to be a nice pink, and I think it will layer nicely. I can't wait to see it stamped off. I'm excited about that. I think that will be great. I want to see it stamped off, and I want to play with that and Blushing Bride and see how they look together stamped off. So this one is so dark that you can't, I wish I had had my Stampin' Right marker, my chalk marker. This is Evening Evergreen. I know it's going to show up. Look at that. Evening Evergreen. There, that's better. Now you can at least see it. You couldn't even see it when it was written there. So again, not a lot of greens that we have that are close to this. So I brought in Mossy Meadow to show you the difference. This is definitely cooler. And then our only other really dark green, oh, here's the stamp pad, is Shaded Spruce. So again, not close really to anything we currently have. There was something I just thought of, and it's gone. That is so typical of my brain these days. Too overworked, doing too many things, and really all I want to do is go upstairs and paint. So anyway, so those are the cardstock colors, the stamp pads. I did get the Stampin' Right markers, the regular old dye-based markers. Okay. Let me grab a little piece of cardstock and I'll write with these. Okay. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I wanted to pull Evening Evergreen. Just came right back into my brain. And I wanted to see how Soft Succulent. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful green combination right there. But also I think that one will work as well. The Mint Macaron with the Evening Evergreen will also look good. So that's nice to have. Okay, I like when I can get a couple of tones that are similar. Okay, so here's our Evening Evergreen. Okay, oh, that's pretty. I like that. So that's the ink color. And here's the cardstock color. That is one of the things I like best. You know, people say, oh, why do you, are you still with Stampin' Up! After all these years? One of the things I like best is the color coordination. When you want Evening Evergreen, for example, the marker's going to match, the ink pad is going to match, the cardstock, everything's going to go together. And you don't have to worry about being just that little bit off, which when you're trying to match this set of markers and cardstock from over here, sometimes you can get those tones that are close but not quite. All right, so this is our Soft Succulent. That's really pretty. And again, you get that really nice color coordination. All right, let's see about this Polished Pink. How does that come out on the marker? Ooh, very nice. Oh, I could start coloring flowers right now. All right. And the Freesia. And the Pale Papaya. Okay. So really nice colors. I'm excited about those. All right. And I'm thinking about doing an in-color club where it'll take a few months, but you would, if you choose to sign up, I will figure out a monthly cost, and then you would get a package of paper, the ink pad, the marker, all, one of everything of that color, and then so it would require 5 people to do a club, and if I had more than 5, I could do a couple of clubs. But anyway, then you would gradually over the few months get to choose some of the host rewards, and also you would have all 5 of your colors sort of on the budget plan a little bit every month. So if that is something that sounds good to you, let me know and I will try and get that figured out. So I have 2 more things to share with you, and one of them is this really pretty ribbon. They call it 1/2-inch woven ribbon. Okay, this is in the Pale Papaya, and it's soft, it's flexible, and even though it is wide, it's a 1/2 inch wide. Let's see how it does in bow tying. That actually ties pretty nicely. It is a little finicky because it's wide, but it's not bulky. It flattens down pretty nicely. Kind of like that. It's a pretty color. It's not one that I would choose to wear necessarily because it's too orangey for me. Anybody ever have their colors done? That was a treat. Birthday or, I don't know, high school graduation, something my mom had done for me. And just really liked knowing what colors I should steer towards and steer away from. Okay. It is a little harder to match the colors exactly in the embellishments. I will tell you that, because that does not really say the polished pink to me. It definitely looks a little more magenta if you put those two together. But I don't think they're bad. I just think that in this particular kind of thing, it's a lot harder to get those colors to be perfect, but they do a lot better in the ribbons and things. Look at how nice that goes together. So anyway, so those are really my goodies for that I got. I reined myself in. I got a few designer series papers, but I haven't had a chance to cut them down. So anyway, I just didn't get a chance to share those with you yet. Perhaps I will be able to have them on display on Wednesday at the studio. We'll see how life goes. I still have a bit of work to do on directions and class and that sort of stuff. Okay. But anyway, I hope that that was fun for you and that you enjoyed seeing the goodies. Okay. And again, I will have this host code through Wednesday after class, so probably 8 o'clock at night. And the reason I'm sort of telling you all about that right now is tomorrow there is going to be a clearance rack refresh. Okay, so right now there's like 3 things on the clearance rack. They have Stampin' Up! Told us they are going to add product to it. Product generally means punches, dies, cardstock, designer series paper, ribbon, embellishments, that kind of stuff. It usually does not mean stamp sets. Okay, I think once they put some stamp sets out there, but it's not typical. So anyway, I will not try. I will be sending you guys an email that has a link with this host code to the to my online store, and all you have to do is go to I think it says sale or specials or something like that. You just go there and all of the new stuff, the clearance rack stuff will be there. Remember that those things are while supplies last, so I would not suggest calling or emailing me, because I won't be placing the order on, I won't be finalizing an order until Wednesday night. And your faves could be gone. Okay. If you really have a hard time with the online store, you could call the 800 number. Call 1-800-STAMP-UP. I don't remember what those numerals are, but anyway, you can call, and the very, very nice people from Stampin' Up! Would be happy to help you with that. Okay, they will take your order right over the phone. You can give them your credit card right over the phone. You can even tell them this host code, and they will take care of everything for you. Okay, they're very, very nice. They all speak English, and they are all tremendous. So if for any reason you're having trouble with the online store, just go ahead and give the 800 number a call. All right. So sneak peek done. I am off to finish the email so that you will have all of the information. And I need to cut cardstock for class. So I will see some of you in person on Wednesday, and I hope that I will also see you next Monday for my next live. Okay, so remember, no live on Wednesday. All right, take care and have a great night. Bye, guys.